got Dream back, our Dream Installations. They are doing the windows and doors on Amazons because they did such a great job last time on Coot Club and Swallows. We definitely needed to bring them back. So it's the first day of the new year with the boatyard working on the winter maintenance programme, and a great big step forward as we're putting new door onto Amazons. And here is the new door in its glory. Still needs to be put in place, obviously. And inside the van there's some windows which I think had to go inside Amazons. So it's a very, very exciting day today. No time wasted, straight in, straight to it, getting on with it. Oh, it's there we go, the windows are in, 3 of them are in already. The door's done, it's coming together nicely. It's going to be great when it's all finished. And the new beds for Amazons have arrived today as well. So everything's coming together nicely. It might not quite look like it with all the water up and all the sticks around, but this is real progress. Here's the new bed for Amazons. We're just testing out a mattress on it. Does it fit? Who's going to lie on it? Simon? Is it comfy? Can a long person lie on this mattress? The answer is yes. Is it comfortable? Would you recommend it to our guests?
Yes.
Thanks, Steve, for putting it all together. How easy was it to put together, Steve?
It wasn't easy at all.
So just another 3 to go then.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, we're all finished now and ready to go to the next job. Yeah, it was all perfect, really.
And the door went in all right, did it?
Yeah, it went lovely, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
fantastic.
Like around the other side, yeah.
That looks so much nicer, doesn't it?
It does, they've done a lovely job.
I mean, the room just looks bigger, I think.
Yeah, without that little cupboardy thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There, look, first new bed, sort of in, but it fits. That's the main thing. It will look beautiful when it's finished, but it goes just underneath the window ledge. Perfect, perfect. I measured that and it worked out beautifully. Josh is cleaning something with something smelly.
Oh, just a little bit of where the filler's gone onto the cladding.
The bathroom still has the bathroom, but it's a lovely long bath. Getting furniture in a little bit. It's getting together. It feels really warm in here and it's only got a little heater on. It's quite bizarre. So it just shows you what a little bit of hemp insulation can do. One of the things we put on Coot Club and Swallows a couple of years back was blinds instead of curtains, so that they wouldn't catch so many spiders and flies and things like that by the river. Anyway, they've worked really well, but they've had 2 good seasons. They were made to measure and they just seem a little bit not so good now. So we've changed and we've gone for a different blind making company who've made them all to measure, drop as well as width, which is fabulous. And I have to say, they look really nice. Much nicer end, much nicer finish. And we've got metal chains, which is actually much better. New blinds. Work really well. And there we have the new kitchen doors. New kitchen, fresh start kitchen on Amazon with new handles, which I rather like. They were our second sample. We quite like those. But it's looking so much better. And look, it's all lined in the front room as well with the new lining. Steve just sweeped up the last little bits. And it's looking pretty cool. How nice and bright the corridor is now with the new white lining. It just gives it a whole new lease of life. It just looks really, really so much nicer. I think everyone who comes to San Amazons now is going to think it's even better than it was before.
In here we have Hippersons engine beds that are being rebuilt. The fiberglass is worn through. Josh has cleaned it up and re-fiberglassed the bare bits, and now in the process of mixing up some epoxy and filler. Those two shiny bits of black metal are the new engine bearers, or what we're going to screw the mounts to. They've all been cleaned up and painted. There's a few more holes to drill. So it's kind of a fairly slow and tedious job, and it's in a very small space. Steve's working on bitumen. Say hello to your fans. Josh is inside here and looking at something else, so lots of indoor work, which is good. Underneath Heron, it's kind of hard to see, but there should be a piece of metal connecting the rudder and the back of the hull to give it a bit of support. This collection of rusty metal is what was helping support the bottom of Heron's rudder. That bit went there, but you can see it's not very good. That is rusty. So we ordered some shiny new steel, cut that out, drilled it, painted it, and that's all going to go back on. That should last hopefully another 20 years, maybe longer, because we use better paint. So yeah, lots going on.
So here's the back of Grebe. To me, that looks quite scary. Look at that hole. Ooh. But Steve says it's not too bad, and by the end of the day it's going to look an awful lot different. So it just goes to show how much I don't know about boats and maintenance.
This interesting looking concoction is basically the engine beds that were in there weren't level, and as well as repairing them, Josh has been leveling them up. So that stuff that looks a bit like cake icing, got this camera in the shadow there, is a mixture of epoxy and filler. So Steve had a look at it. The plan they came up with is basically wrap the new bits of angled steel in cling film to stop them sticking to anything, slather on a load of this stuff like icing a cake, and then press it into place and then leave it to set. So the bit of wood is just to check that they're roughly level and in line, and hopefully that will mean when we bolt it up, it's got a good connection to the boat, which should help it feel more solid and reduce vibration.
So this is Josh pretending to be the engine.
So yeah.
And then he's done all this work. Oh my goodness me, that was black when I looked at it the other day.
Oh no, they're here.
Oh, they're
So
there.
they've come off. So the epoxy's gone off and set. They've
Oh,
gone
and those
off.
are the black things that
Yeah.
go on top of it, which the engine will go on to secure the engine back down.
Yeah, so it's had a coat of paint and it's had some holes drilled in it for bolting these down on, and then it's going to get another coat of paint, and then we'll start test fitting everything.
And are you confident it will work?
Eventually.
Bye, Lucky Venture. What do you think?
Very secure.
It is. It came off once.
Lose this one.
So, Dad, what are you going to do with this battery?
Just putting the pump on it to get the excess rainwater out.
Am I acting like Mum when she records?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Outside the window. You've got a man.
Things that me and my dad get up to when my mum's not around. Okay, so we're just going to go a little bit of pump out because that will help a lot. There's the light. It doesn't work. The bottle of water now.
What I had to learn, there's about 4 inches of water still at that end, so not.
It's funny because we haven't looked at this for couple of months now since we found that hole and put the stuff over it. It's been fine, but you can see now it's floating a little bit above the waterline. My stuff on the deck there. Pop off. Yeah. I can put that front end in before we start to get on. Have a safe trip. You can relax inside. Farewell, lucky venture. After its second life in Great Yarmouth, it's a very windy day, but they've got 2 tugboats.
Very well. Yeah.
They will slow down, but what they're doing is just getting it straight to get underneath the bridge and out of the way of the boats.
Look at the transformation on that. Looks really different. The hole's completely gone. See what a little bit of TLC from C can do? Today we decided we were going to paint the brown bit of heron white to mix in with the rest of the boat, and it just looks really nice. It's one of those things that now we've done it, we think, why didn't we do that a long time ago? Sometimes it takes a long time for the simple things to appear, but when they do, they're pretty good.
These have been made out of the steel that we've chopped out off that boat moving trailer that we cut up a few years ago. So we're reusing that steel. It's finding its way into all sorts of little projects.
Repurpose, reuse, hashtag green tourism.
Yeah. But for heron, we've made these new mounts out of them. And then these are the rails that will be fitting inside heron. I think it goes around that way. Yeah, that's the front. The ones at the front need these steel spaces underneath them, which Josh has cut out and fitted. The back one's there, but these are new anti-vibration mounts. We're hoping by the time we've done all this work that it's going to fit a lot better, because these are much more substantial than the old ones.
Oh yeah, you can see the difference just by looking.
So we've tried to upgrade it, because Heron, it's our only diesel boat, but it's a really good boat. but you know, we discovered it was kind of wobbling around on its mounts in the summer, and decided we better fix it properly this winter. So it's getting all these nice new blue hoses.
And even though it's diesel, we use the synthetic diesel, don't we? So it's still not too bad for the environment.
Yeah, it burns so like meant to be 40% cleaner than regular diesel. So it's good for the Broads anyway. I'm not sure what it's like where it's produced, but the overall impact must be less.
So this morning, Simon is laughing. He is also working on the new floating pod, and this pod is for swallows. Isn't it, darling?
It is, yes.
How easy is it to put together?
It's not too bad. I've watched Nate play Minecraft. It's pretty much the same thing. You just have big blocky bits and then you join them together. I've got my two main tools, massive hammer and a very big spanner.
That's a very big spanner.
But it's not too bad. These are all made in America, so they yeah, they fit together quite well. It's a good system. They all just kind of interlock. The trickiest bit is getting these bits that hold the rails in as well, because it just makes it a little bit tight to get everything done up. But if you jump up and down on it, you can normally get the bits in. So
very good.
So I did all this yesterday afternoon. I'm just doing the outside ones, and then when the tide comes up today, I might drag it in the water.
So a little bit of a jiggle, a little bit of a wiggle, and away you go.
Pretty much, yeah.
Whilst they're very busy putting engine into boats, I am also getting some things ready for the new season up here. I am doing some new, well, I'm making some new porthole covers for Secret Water. The ones we had previously have got a little bit of wear and tear around here, which isn't so brilliant. I mean, they're okay. This bit hasn't washed up so well. So I'm turning Hetty the Hedgehog into Colin the Crane for the children's bedroom. So let's see how they turn.
What are we doing here?
We are launching I suppose the floating pontoon deck thing for swallows. Because the one on Coop Club was such a success.
And are you excited, Mum?
I'm really excited. It's the best thing that's happened all day.
And how are we launching it, Nate?
We're using...
Let me take the camera
We're
over,
using metal poles.
Following the success of the last launch, where they did it with the Egyptian style Polish things from last year, if you see the Coot Club video, Simon's going to repeat it, but to do it even better, or so he believes. First roll back of the season for Simon on Heron. We're taking it out for a little spin just to check that the engine beds are good. days like this when people say, do you miss education and teaching? I think, not too much, Renault. Sun shining, I'm on a boat. What more is there? Here we go, taking Heron out for a little spin. Check the engine beds are alright. Engine seems to be running fine. I've got my phone in case it cuts out in the middle of the Waveney River and we have to phone back for help. So we haven't got any other day boats in, so I don't know how we're going to get help. But, let's give it a whirl. Nice day for it as well. We've done our little test drive. I know we're still on it, but there's still a little bit more work to do, isn't there?
Yes, there'll be a couple of little things to check, but I'm not surprised in a way. I mean, we've had it all in bits.
So what have we got to look at? The linkage on the gearbox?
Yes, I think it's not quite going into gear properly, and because we replaced the stern gland packing, that could be too tight, so we might just need to check that's not overheating or anything. But we've only done a little short trip, so that's why we want to check it out before it goes out on hire. So you'll discover these things on the 1st of April.
Exactly. As well as being a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
But it certainly feels a lot smoother than it felt last season at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's really solidly mounted now, so it still vibrates compared to the electric boats, but